in operational amplifier circuit. So in this class, you'll see the introduction about the all filters, that is low pass filter, high pass filter, band pass filter, and band stop filter. Then why we go for active filter. We'll discuss about the disadvantage of the passive filter. So then that is advantage of the active filter. Then we'll discuss the uh, question, that is gate problem. Okay. So first introduction about the filter. So we are all known that filters. Already we are all studied in fourth semester linear integrated circuit. So anyway, you remember that filter is the frequency selective circuit. So that pass the certain frequency, right? Which alternate the some frequency. Okay. So each pass the some frequency that is called as pass band, which alternate the some frequency that is called as stop band. So here, how we define the frequency response of the filter is, that is in x-axis we are consider frequency, in y-axis we are consider the voltage gain. Depending upon that is the filter frequency, you can say that it is pass band and stop band. Okay. So here, the range of frequency, that is pass band filter, we have particular range of frequency, particular range of frequency. Then stop band we have particular range of frequency. Then here, by particular frequency we have the pass band, and particular frequency we have the stop band. So anyway, so the low pass, consider low pass filter. So the low pass filter which allows the from zero frequency to cutoff frequency. So the cutoff frequency is called as a critical frequency. So you can say that it is critical frequency. So here, the critical it is defined as a critical frequency, that is it is denoted as FC. Okay, FC. So here we have first pass band, right? Then transient band followed by the stop band, right? Next region is the stop band. So here there is no there is no precious point between the transient regions and stop band region. Okay. So anyway, so here the low pass filter only allows the low frequency signal, that is from 0 to cutoff frequency, which attenuates the all other frequency, right? So here the bandwidth of the ideal low pass filter is we are denoted as the critical frequency, that is bandwidth is equal to FC, that is the cutoff frequency. So now we see the frequency response of the low pass filter. See, so here we have x-axis is the frequency, y-axis is the voltage gain. From 0 to the cutoff frequency, we have the gain is maximum. Okay, gain is maximum. So here, that is less than cutoff frequency, the gain is maximum. At that particular cutoff frequency, the gain is reduced, right? So the gain reducing rate is here, it is the 3 dB. So the maximum gain is here is the dB, we are denoted 0 dB, but in we are denoted the voltage gain in value is 1. Okay, so here the at particular cutoff frequency, at that cutoff frequency the gain reduces rate as 3 dB, right? So the value is 0.707. Okay, then here the greater than the cutoff reduces, right? So here the reduces rate is 20 dB per decade. It is followed by the transient regions. The transient regions followed by the stop band. That is the stop band region. You are increasing the frequency ranges 10 times, right? So 10 times 10 times changes. So if you are considered here the minimum frequency, it is approximately equal to 0. So 0.01 FC. So 10 times of 0.01 FC is 0.1 FC. Then FC you are considered 10 FC, then 100 FC, right? Okay. So anyway, this is the low pass filter frequency response, which allows only the low frequency signal, which alternate the high frequency signal. Then this is for ideal low pass filter frequency response, right? So depending upon the number of poles, so we can say that number of poles are, that is depending upon the RC network, right? So the decreasing rate is minus 20 dB per decade. So here we have 2 poles means the gain decreasing rate is minus 40 dB per decade. So we have 3-pole means, so the gain decreasing rate is 60 dB per decade. So this is for idealized low pass filter frequency response. That is up to from 0 to cutoff frequency we have maximum. But in practical, at cutoff frequency, the gain is particular. That is, we have maximum 0 dB from 0 dB to that is the practical response, right? But in ideal response, the here it is from 0 to cutoff frequency, we have 0 dB. Then the gain is reduced, right? So gain is reduced. Anyway, this is the ideal low pass filter frequency response. We remember that. Then here, I know that depending upon the poles, right? Depending upon the RC network. So here gain decreasing rating already I told you, that is 1 RC means 20 dB per decade, 2 RC means 40 dB per decade. Then depending upon that RC network, the gain decreasing rate will be there, right? Here, see, the low pass filter cutoff frequency is, right? So the low pass filter cutoff frequency, remember that it is from this RC, right? So we derive equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. Okay, 1 by 2 pi RC. 1 by 2 pi RC. So here, see, 1 by 2 pi RC. So this circuit is the simple low pass filter circuit. It is actually passive circuit. Okay. So we have, listen, we have a single resistor, right? Single resistors in series with the polarized capacitor we have, right? So this is connected across we have sinusoidal input signal. Okay, so the main disadvantage of the passive filter, why we go for active filter, right? So the disadvantage of the passive filter is, so the amplitude of the signal is less than that of the, that is amplitude of the output signal is less than that of the amplitude of the input signal. So that is, the gain is never greater than the unity here. So we are given the input, we are getting some output, right? So the output gain is, right? So output signal is less than the input signal. So it is, the gain is never greater than, right? So note down this, the gain is never greater than the unity. Okay. So here, that is the load impedance affects the filter characteristics. Okay. So here is at the same time we use the multiple passive cycle. Consider this is one RC, right? One passive cycle. So we use the multiple passive circuit means that is it containing multi stages, right? So here the last signal amplitude. Okay, we have loss in signal amplitude is there, right? That is, this is the severe problem, right? That is we have some that is severe losses are there. That is attenuation is there. Okay, so we are going to restore our control, right? We are going to restore or control the loss of the signal by using the amplification, right? So by using the amplification, so that we go for the active filter, right? Active filter. So so that we go for the active filter, right? So this is for low pass filter circuit. Okay. Then this is for, remember here is the filter attenuate the particular frequency which allows the signal above the cutoff frequency, right? So here, right? Okay. So this is the practical, right? Practical filter response of the high pass filter. Okay. So here this response is we use the only one RC cycle. So here is, this is one a high pass filter, that is basic high pass filter. So this is for idealized high pass filter response depending upon this RC, right? So depending upon the RC, depending upon the RC, so we have one RC means the gain decreasing rate is minus 20 dB per decade, right? We have two RC means the gain decreasing rate is minus 40 dB per decade. Then 3 RC means we have the gain decreasing rate is 60 dB per decade, right? Okay. So here the high pass filter only allows the frequency should be greater than the cutoff frequency, right? So this is for idealized high pass filter frequency response. This is for this is for the practical high pass filter frequency response. Okay, then this is for band pass filter frequency response. So the band pass filter frequency response is, so the filter allows some band of frequency signal, right? So here that is okay, from FC1 to FC2, right? So these are the two cutoff frequencies. So this filter allows this band of frequency signal which attenuate the remaining signal, okay, which attenuate the remaining signal, that is remaining frequency. So here we have stop band, here we have pass band, we have the stop band. So the bandwidth of the band pass filter is, so how we define the bandwidth of the band pass filter is the upper cutoff frequency minus the lower cutoff frequency. That is bandwidth equal to FC2, okay, FC2 minus FC1. Then here we have center frequency, right? So the center frequency is that at center frequency we have the maximum gain. At that cutoff frequency we know that the gain decreases rate is from maximum to 3 dB, right? Gain is decreases from maximum to 3 dB. That is in dB. Minus we are consider that is 0.70, okay, 0.707. So here this is F0, right? So center frequency F0. At F0 we have the maximum voltage gain is there, right? So the maximum voltage gain is 1. Okay, so from the center frequency we define the quality factor. The quality factor, how we define the quality factor is, it is the ratio of, it is nothing but it is the ratio of the center frequency to the bandwidth, right? So center frequency to bandwidth. So this is the quality factor. So first we that is, you know, we should know the what is that filter, right? So filter it is filter quality. Here is filter quality factor. You should know that, right? So the quality factor is, it is also called as the selectivity. It is also called as selectivity, right? Then here, depending upon the, see, the band pass filter is, you can say that it is the narrow band pass filter and wide band pass filter. That is, quality factor is greater than 10 means it is the narrow band pass filter. Quality factor is less than 10 means it is the wider band pass filter. Okay, it's also called as the band reject filter or band elimination filter, right? Band elimination filter, or it is also called as notch filter. So this filter is which attenuate some band of frequency signal, right? So from this cutoff frequency we have the stop band, then which allows the remaining frequencies. Here we have low in this frequency which allows, right? So here we have pass band, here we have stop band, here we have the pass band. So this is the frequency response of the band stop filter. Okay, then all pass filter. So we should know the all pass filter. So the all pass frequency, that is all frequency are is going to be passed, right? So here that is with minimum of phase shift, with minimum of phase shift. So here is the frequency response of the all pass filters we are completed. So here all the frequency have the voltage gain is constant. Okay, so this is the frequency response of the ideal all pass filter. Okay, so first we should know the filter. What is filter? Then what is low pass filter? Then high pass filter, band pass filter, band stop filter. So up to that we discussed that is frequency response of the all filter. Okay, frequency response of the all the. Here is, just remember that depending upon the voltage gain, we have we are calculating the decibel value, right? So the gain is maximum. So maximum value is we are considered 1, but in decibel we are denoted it is 0 dB. The 20 log of 1 it is 0 dB, right? Then at that particular cutoff frequency, right? Okay, cutoff frequency here the gain value is decreased from maximum to it is decreased, right? So it is we can say that the in percentage it is 70.7%, right? So it is 3 dB. It is 3 dB. From 0 to it is minus 3 dB. So based on voltage gain, we are calculating the gain in dB. So in this formula, we are calculating the voltage gain in decibel. You know that, right? So anyway, remember that then we should know the what is attenuation here, right? Okay, so here at the maximum, so from for low consider low pass filter. So the low pass filter allows the low frequency signal, right? From 0 to less than the cutoff frequency, we have the maximum gain in practical frequency response. But ideally we can say that 0 to FC we have the maximum gain, right? So here in practically we have some losses there, that is some attenuation is there, right? So we should know the what is attenuation, right? So attenuation, how we define the attenuation is the output voltage, right? So the output voltage at any frequency, right? We can consider the voltage at mid-band, right? So for example, consider 1 volt. The output voltage is 1 volt. At mid voltages, consider it is 2 volt, means the attenuation is 1 by 2 volt, it is 0.5 voltage, right? So here attenuation is normally expressed in decibel. Gain and attenuation is expressed in decibel, right? Decibel. Okay. So here this is for some value that is considered here. Some attenuation is some value, means we attenuation. So here like a filter, right? So this is general filter. So general filter is where we have we have the low pass, high pass, and the main disadvantage of the passive filter is, what is the main disadvantage? That is the output of the amplitude signal is less than the input signal, right? So that we go for the passive circuit with op-amp. Okay. Right? So only the amplification. Okay. So here we should know the ideal of operational amplifier characteristics. So here the ideal of operational amplifier characteristics is input impedance is very high, right? Then here output impedance is low. Output impedance is low. So here here is the voltage gain is, so gain depending upon the resistor network, right? So with the feedback loop. So advantage here is the operation amplifier is having high input impedance. So using that we have driven the excess loading, right? Excess loading on the filter, right? Then low here the operational amplifier is a low output impedance, which prevents the filter's cutoff frequency point from being affected by changes in the impedance of the load, right? In this filter, active low pass filter, here anyway, this is the actually here that we have output is fed back to the input. This is the unity non-inverting amplifier, right? So anyway, here gain is 1. In low pass filter, we have the that is output follows the input. Anyway, here the gain is less than unity. So using that operational amplifier, we make it the gain is maximum 1, right? So anyway, so here we are using some resistive circuit in the feedback. So we are using resistive circuit in the feedback. We are going to increase we are going to amplify the gain of the circuit, right? The gain of the circuit. So that is so DC gain is for this circuit. The DC gain is this is for non-inverting amplifier, right? So the non-inverting amplifier, you should know that here the gain of the non-inverting amplifier already I studied. That is the gain should be 1 plus the feedback resistance divided by the input resistance. Remember that it is 1 plus R2. Feedback resistance is R2 divided by R1. Okay, R2 divided by R1. So these are a small introduction about the filters, right? we should know the passive filter, why we go for the active filter, right? Okay, so the main difference between the passive and active filter is only the amplification. Okay, so here gain is determined by the resistive network with feedback loop. So next we will see discuss some gate question, right? So here I just written in the paper. Anyway, just note this. So the first question is the low pass filter shown in figure for the cutoff frequency 5 kilohertz. Okay, the value of resistance R2 in kilo ohm, right? In kilo ohm is they are given this circuit, right? They are given one circuit. So here we have to find the we have to find the value of the resistance, right? So here they are given, see, they are given the capacitance value is the capacitance value is 10 microfarad, 10 microfarad. Okay, 10 microfarad. The capacitance value is 10 microfarad, right? So resistance, they are asking resistance value, right? So here they are given the cutoff frequency. Okay, cutoff frequency. So here you should know the virtual concept. Okay, so remember that the virtual concept. So here you know that the amplifier having two terminal, that is non-inverting terminal and inverting terminal. So the non-inverting terminal voltage is 0. Okay, so here an ideal operation amplifier, so whatever the voltage are present in the non-inverting terminal, so that voltage should be present in the inverting terminal. Okay, so that is, we can say that the difference between the difference voltage between the inverting and non-inverting terminal is that is current flows through the inverting terminal. The circuit is the low, they are given, it is low pass filter. They are given the cutoff frequency also, right? They are given the capacitor values also. We have to find the resistance value. So first, we just draw the frequency response of the low pass filter, right? So here from 0 to less than cutoff frequency, we have the maximum gain. At that particular cutoff frequency, we have the gain is, that is 0.707, 1 by root 2 AD. Okay, so here remember that you should know that how to derive the voltage gain, right, from the circuit. Anyway, just written the voltage gain is directly. So anyway, we know down this V naught of S divided by V naught of S equal to the gain. Okay, the voltage gain, that is gain divided by 1 plus J F divided by FH, F divided by FH. So gain in magnitude. So here it is AB, that is voltage gain divided by 1 plus F divided by FH. Okay, so now we are going to see the frequency response. So here in three cases we are analyzed, that is frequency is 0. First low frequency, right? That is AF is very less than the cutoff frequency, then F greater than the cutoff frequency, then F equal to the cutoff frequency. So three cases we are analyzed the frequency response of the low pass filter, right? So F is very less than FH means the small f is less than the FH. So here it is small, right? So it is very small value means this F is in denominator, right? So here the gain should be approximately, the voltage gain approximately equal to the AV, right? Voltage gain AV. Then consider the second case is this F is, okay, the frequency of the frequency F. It should be greater than the cutoff frequency. First less than cutoff frequency, then F is greater than the cutoff frequency. So the F is very greater value. So F is very greater values, it is in denominator, right? So F is in denominator. So here that is some value divided by the gain, some value divided by high value is, it is gain is approximately equal to 0. It is very high value. That is F is greater than, very greater than FH, right? So gain is approximately 0. Then F equal to FH. See, F equal to FH means, so equal, both are equal, right? So here AB is, see here is, it should be root of. It is root of, okay. It is root of. So here it is the AB divided by F equal to FH means we'll get the 1, right? So AB divided by root 2. Okay, AB divided by root 2. See. So now see, you just analyze the circuit. From that analysis, from this we derive the equation. From the analyze the circuit, we derive the equation, right? That is the F equation, that is frequency FH, right? The cutoff frequency equation. From the voltage gain, we derive the FH. From that only we have to find the resistance value, right? Okay. So zero, non-inverting terminal voltage is zero. Okay, so you know that it is ideal op-amp, so the same voltage is present in that terminal also, right? Okay, that is current flows to the this inverting terminal is zero. Ideally, we can say that it is zero. So now we apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law at this node, right? So I consider this is one node. Actually, this node is act as terminal as well as the ground. Okay, so that is the virtual concept. Anyway, the Kirchhoff's voltage law at this node. Okay, so now we write the current equation. Okay, VI. So how we write the current equation? So you know that the current is V by R. So here it is zero. This node we have zero voltage. So 0 minus VI. Okay, 0 minus VI divided by the resistance. Okay, then 0 minus V naught. 0, this is equal to, this current equal to, see, 0 minus VA divided by the resistance R plus 0 minus V divided by the capacitance. We write the capacitance term, that is 1 by S into C, right? Then next one is the 0 minus V naught divided by the resistance R2, right? So the resistance R2. Okay, so here, listen, apply Kirchhoff's voltage law at the node, this node, right? That is this node. Okay, so here current flows to the inverting terminal is zero. So the sum of these currents are, right? Consider this is I1 current flows to the R1 is I1, this is I2, I3. Sum of these three currents are equal to 0. 0. So anyway, from this first we write the this equation, right? So from that we derive the voltage gain. So V naught divided by VA. Okay, so you simplify this equation, we'll get the minus R2 divided by R1 divided by 1 plus JF divided by FH. So what is FH? So FH equal to, from that, from this equation will get FH equal to 1 by 2 pi R2 into C, right? 1 by 2 pi R2 into C. So here, see, so R2, so you're going to calculate the R2 value. So they are given capacitance value and then cutoff frequency. You substitute that capacitance value, it is the 10, that is 10 nanofarad, right? 10 nanofarad. So you substitute that, we'll calculate the resistance value, right? So the resistance values are, substitute this value, we calculate the resistance value. So everyone should get this value, right? Yes, it is the 3.18 kilovolt. Okay, R2 is the 3.18 kilovolt. So maximum in this filter, question they are asking like that, right? So they are given circuit, right? It is either high pass filter or low pass filter. Here you should know that how to derive the transfer function, and you should know that the cutoff frequency of the low pass filter and high pass filter. Okay, right? So they are, in case some question they'll ask they are given the that is resistance value, right? They are asking capacitance value, right? Okay, so in this way they are asking. So anyway, so we have calculated the resistance value. So the resistance is 3.18 kilovolt. Okay, then second question is, see, so they are given one circuit, right? Okay, this is the filter circuit. We have how we can say that it is filter circuit. We have the frequency selective element is there, right? We have capacitor is there here, right? Upon with we have on capacitor is there. So a capacitor or inductor is there means it is the filter circuit. Anyway, so the given circuit, they are given one circuit. If R3, then R3 equal to R4 equal to RB. Okay. Here they are asking, the question is, this filter is act as all pass filter or high pass filter or pass filter or band pass filter. So how we find the filter? Okay. So here the inputs we have, then output is fed back to the capacitance, and then we have one resistance. Anyway, so here first we analyze the filter circuit. First we should give the low frequency. right? Then we have to give the high frequency. Then we have to give the mid frequency. So what is the how the filter reacts, right? Okay. So depending upon the frequency, right, is 0, right? So minimum frequency, DC frequency is 0. So omega is 0 means the capacitive reactance. We can write the capacitive reactance equation, that is 1 by omega c, right? Capacitive reactance is equal to 1 by omega c. So omega is 0 means, right? Omega is 0 means it is the 1 by 0, right? It is 1 by 0. It is 1 by 0. It is the infinity, right? Okay, so the capacitive reactance is infinity. So the capacitance reactance is infinity means here it is the open. Okay, it is the open. That is this amplifier is act as the difference amplifier. This is open circuit. Okay, right? So this amplifier act as the difference amplifier. So you know that how to derive the output voltage, right? So here input voltage is given to inverting and non-inverting terminal. Same Venus. Okay. So here, this is act as difference amplifier. How like the V0? So here, superposition principle. So the one voltage source is acting on other. Superposition principle. So what is the output voltage V0? So consider first it is the inverting amplifier, right? So inverting amplifier is here. That is R4. So what is that is V out equal to. Consider first it is the inverting amplifier. Okay. So here is the input is Vn, right? So I derive the output equation. So R4 divided by R3 plus R4. R4, right? Yes, sorry. So first we are considered this is anyway. So it's correct. So anyway, it is a difference. Inverting amplifier, right? Inverting amplifier. So here, what is the gain of this amplifier? R2 divided by R1 into Vn, right? Then what is then it is amplifier. Anyway, it is difference amplifier, right? So how we can derive the that is we write the gain, that is R4 divided by R3 plus R4 into gain of inverting amplifier is 1 plus R2 divided by R1. Okay, so you should know how to write the output voltage of the difference amplifier. So this difference amplifier, right? So V0 is V plus minus of minus, right? Is non-inverting voltage and the voltage. Okay, and then inverting voltage. So here they are given R1 equal to R2. They are given R1 equal to R2. Then R R1, R2, RA, R3, R4 is RB. You just substitute that the resistance equivalent resistance in the derived output equation. So here you just substitute RB divided by RB plus RB, 1 plus RA divided by RA, Vn minus RA divided by RA into Vn. Okay. So we'll get this here, we'll get Vn, right? So to get cancel anyway, Vn minus cancel. So Vn is 0, right? So that is V0 is 0. So we are listen, V0 is 0. So here we substitute the low frequency. So omega equal to 0. So at low frequency, the output is 0. Okay. So here the filter does not allow the low frequency signal, right? So V0 is 0. Then the high frequency. So omega equal to infinite. So omega is infinite mean what is the capacitive reactance? So the capacitive reactance is 1 by omega C. So here omega is infinity. So by infinity it is 0. So it is 0 means the capacitor is act as here the capacitor is short circuit, right? Okay, so it is short circuit. So here no current flows with this capacitor. So here this is also the R2 also act as the short circuit, right? So only we are consider this R1, R3, R4, right? So you don't consider the capacitors and R2 resistance, right? So here already we derived the output equation. So only we consider the this resistance, right? We don't consider the R2 resistance. But in the problem, they are given R2 equal to RA. So we don't consider this RA. That is RA means it is 0, right? It is also short circuit. So the resistance value is 0. So only we consider RA. So RBS. So V0 equal to RB divided by RB plus RB, right? So here this is 0. So 0, 0, it is we are getting 1. Anyway, so it is Vn, right? So Vn. So this is 0. So only we are getting the first term, right? That is RB divided by RV into Vn. So V naught equal to 1 by 2 Vn. Okay, V naught is equal to Vn, 1 by 2 Vn. So it is high frequency, right? Omega is infinite. So maximum frequency, here is the filter allows the input signal. That is V naught is half of the Vn. Okay, V naught is half. So okay, so from this we can say that the given filter is the which filter. So here right, so it's not the filter does not allow the low frequency signal. Omega is 0, V naught is 0, right? So omega's maximum frequency V naught equal to half of the Vn, right? So here the filter allows the high frequency signal. So given circuit is the high pass filter. So the B answer is the correct answer, right? So it is the high pass filter. So in this way we are going to find for the question, right? So next then we move on to the next one, the third question. Is a simple question. Anyway, they are given the characteristics of the filter. So see, F1 and F2, right? So first one is the F1 filter, then second one is the F2. Okay. Then they are given one circuit also, right? They are given one circuit, this circuit. They are given one circuit. They are given the frequency response and the circuit. So here the question is, the cutoff frequency of F1 and F2 are small f1 and f2. The two we are given two filter characteristics. So cutoff frequency of the first filter is f1. Cutoff frequency of the second filter is f2. Right? F1 is less than f1 is less than the f2. The resultant circuit has characteristics of, right? Characteristics of. That is, they are asking. We are combined these two characteristics. They are given one circuit. So for this. For this characteristics, the filter acts as the question is, if this frequency response, they are given one circuit also for this that is the circuit act as, right? So which filter for this frequency response? Okay, so the option is they are given all stop filter, all pass filter, then band stop filter, band pass filter. So we are going to identify the given circuit as which filter, right? So anyway, see, right? So this is F1, F2, right? So here, listen here, all of you listen here. So the output of the filter. So here is, they are given here, right? So F1 means this frequency response, sorry, this frequency response, right? Okay, F2 means this frequency response, right? So output of the filter F1 is input of this both the filter is V in consider, right? So output I consider here is Vx. So here output of the filter is Vx. Output of this second filter F1 is Vx, F2 is Vy. Okay, F1 is Vy. See. Then here listen. So here we apply the superposition principle, right? So first we have to find the circuit is act as which circuit, right? Okay. So first we are consider only Vx. We are going to ground this Vy, right? Okay. We are consider only the Vx, right? Okay. One voltage source is acting alone. So what is the output voltage? So the output voltage should be, what is the output voltage? So the output voltage should be Vx by 2, right? Vx by 2. Then consider Vy, right? So one voltage, that is Vy consider alone, right? So what is the output voltage? You know that how to find the output, right? So Vy divided by 2. Okay. So anyway, these two voltages are output voltages are given to the non-inverting amplifier, right? So I consider both the output, right? Both the output voltage, that is Vx and Vy. So here Vout should be Vx divided by 2, Vy divided by 2. So basically this given circuit is act as the which circuit? That is the adder circuit. Basically the given circuit is the adder circuit. So here, see, this is the adder circuit. They are given the frequency characteristics of the frequency characteristics, right? So this is adder circuit. So just add the filter response, right? Okay, this circuit. First we find the circuit is act as which circuit, right? So it is the adder circuit. So adder circuit means you just add the filter response, right? So F1, F2, F1, F2. So this is for low pass filter. This is for high pass filter. We combine these two. Okay, we combine these two. So we'll get the responses, frequency responses. Okay, like that. Okay, so what is the frequency response of the this filter? The filter, this is frequency response, right? So what is the filter? From the frequency response we are identify this is the band stop filter, right? Okay, so they are given circuit, they are given the frequency response, means first we should identify the given circuit is, it is act as the either adder circuit or subtractor circuit, right? Okay, so first we have to identify the given circuit, but here they are given adder circuit, so we just add the frequency response of the this two characteristics, right? Okay, two characteristics. So this filter is the band stop filter. So the C option is the correct option, right? C is the correct one. Okay, then we move on to the next one. So here this is the gate question 2012 they are asking. They are asked, right? So here they are given one circuit. Op-amp with we have resistance and capacitance. Okay. So they are give the input voltage is Vin, output is V0, right? Output is V0. So here the question is they are given one circuit, filter circuit, right? So the option is it is the low pass filter with 3 dB, right? 3 dB, that is cutoff frequency. That they are given one circuit. Find the cutoff frequency of this circuit. Okay, so this is low pass filter, right? This is low pass filter. Sorry, we identify, right? So from the circuit we are identify. So the option is low pass filter with 3 dB. That is 1 by R1 plus R2. Then high pass filter is 3 dB, 1 by R1C, right? Then low pass filter, then high pass filter. So how we identify the given circuit is which filter? Okay, so from that we have to find the cutoff frequency. So see, so here the non-inverting amplifier is sorry. So here is input is given to the inverting terminal. So all of you listen, ma. So the input is given to inverting terminal. So this amplifier is the inverting amplifier, right? It is the inverting amplifier. So here remember that the virtual ground concept. So here the non-inverting terminal is grounded. Okay. So here is the zero voltage, right? It is ground means it is zero voltage. So the same voltage should be here, right? That is the differences should be zero. Okay, for ideal op-amp, the difference voltages should be zero. There is no current flows to the input terminal. So here it should be zero voltage. Okay, so it should be zero voltage means here we have Vin is there, right? We have one capacitor is there. Consider the current flows through this path, right? So consider I1. So the right, okay. The same current should flow through this resistance R2. See, the same current should flow through the resistance R2. So that is here, this is act as the virtual ground. So the no current flows through the inverting terminal. So we equate this two current, right? So I1 should be equal to I2, right? So what is I1? What is I2? Okay. So what is I1? What is I2? First we write the equation, right? So what is I1? So I1 is V in minus 0, right? V in minus 0 divided by current flows to this we have one resistance also the right input resistance and capacitor. Current flows to the resistance and capacitance is I1. Okay. So here what is I1? So I is V by R. So V in minus 0 divided by the resistance R1 plus 1 by SC, right? S into C. So this is equal to what is I2? I2 is 0 minus the output voltage divided by the resistance R2. Okay, the resistance R2. So from that we derive the voltage gain, that is V0 divided by VI, V in, right? So for the simplification, that is just cross consider the V0 as numerator and denominator V in, right? So simplify that, we'll get the minus R2 divided by R1 plus 1 by C, right? So here both numerator and denominator term divided by the resistance R1, right? So we'll get minus divided by 1 plus 1 by SC R1, right? Then next step, we substitute the S is equal to J omega, right? J omega. Then you know that omega is 2 pi f, right? So V0 divided by V in, it is nothing but minus R2 divided by, here substitute that, we'll get 1 minus J F1 divided by F. This is actual frequency, this is the cutoff frequency. So what is cutoff frequency? From this, you just correlate this two term, right? What is the cutoff frequency? So F1 should be 1 by 2 pi R1C, right? So here this cutoff frequency we are denoted in hertz here, and also can be denoted as radians as F1 R1C radians per second. So the cutoff frequency is 1 by R1C. 1 by R1C. Right? So this is a cutoff frequency. We are derived, right? So from this circuit, right? From this circuit, we derive the voltage gain, right? So from that voltage gain, we can say that the cutoff frequency of the given circuit is in radians, that is F1 is equal to 1 by R1C. Okay. Then we have to identify the given filter. Okay. So from that gain, the derived voltage gain, it is R2 divided by R1, right? So we are considered this magnitude of voltage gain as root of 1 plus, you know, that square of, right? So F1 divided by F square. So now we consider the low frequency. The actual frequency is greater than the cutoff frequency. Then the actual frequency is less than the cutoff frequency. So consider two cases. That is F1 is, that is F is greater than F1. Okay, F is greater than F1. So F is greater means what is the value? So here the magnitude, the voltage gain, right? Magnitude voltage gain should be the denominator term is high value, right? So here, see, what will get pass? So here is, listen, F is very greater value, right? So it is very greater value means this value is small, right? So we are considered only the minus R2 divided by R1, right? R2 divided by R1. So that is higher frequency, right? At higher frequency, see, at high frequency, the V0 is output voltage is approximately equal to minus R2 divided by R1 into the input voltage, right? Then F is actual frequency is lower. It is lower frequency. That is the it is less than the cutoff frequency. So what is the voltage gain, right? So F is less than. So F is less than means the denominator term is large, right? F is high means it is denominator term is low. F is large and means the denominator term is very large, right? So it is very large means so 1 by the large value, right? Any value R2 divided by R1 some value, right? So any value divided by very large value. So the maximum value is infinite, consider, right? So it is the small value, right? So here at low frequency, here the voltage gain is what? 0, right? At high frequency, the gain is, that is the gain is minus R2 by R1. So the output voltage is minus R2 divided by R1 into Vn, right? So here the filter cutoff frequency is, it is 1 by R1C. So here this filter allows the, that is high frequency, right? High frequency only we have the output voltage. Low frequency we have the zero output, right? Okay, we have the zero output. So the filter allows the only the high frequency signal. Okay, so it is the high pass filter. Okay, so the given filter is the high pass filter, right? Then what is the cutoff frequency? What is the cutoff frequency? It is 1 by R1C, right? 1 by R1C. So in this way we find the filter circuit is which filter and then also cutoff frequency. So the option is the second one is the correct option, right? So it is a high pass filter with the cutoff frequency is 3 dB cutoff frequency is 1 by R1, 1 by R1C. Okay. Is it clear, pa? 1 by R1C. Okay. 1 by R1C. So the next question is gate question. They are given one RC circuit, that is filter circuit. Okay. Without op-amp they are given. That is passive filter they are given. One RC is connected with the series, one RC connected with parallel. You have to find the question is find the circuit is the low pass, high pass or band stop filter. Okay, so the given circuit is the filter circuit. So we find the filter, which filter, right? The filter is which filter. Okay, so here the frequency selective element is here they are given capacitance, right? Okay, capacitor they are given, right? So here what is the reactance of the capacitance? We should know that, right? So the reactance of the capacitance Xc equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc. Okay, 1 by 2 pi Fc. So now we analyze the frequency response of the given RC circuit. That is, consider the frequency is low frequency and then high frequency, right? So here first consider the frequency is low frequency. So F is very low, right? So F is low frequency means, see, F is low frequency means what is the reactance, capacitive reactance? So the capacitive reactance is very high. Okay, so the capacitive reactance is very high means the capacitor act as the what? High means, very high means it is infinite. So the capacitor act as the open circuit. Okay, it is open circuit. Then consider the frequency value is very high value. F is high value. So 1 by high value means the capacitive reactance is approximately equal to 0, right? So the reactant value is 0 means it is the short circuit, right? Okay. So we that is, here they are given the frequency selective elements are capacitor, right? So we find the reactance of the capacitance at low frequency and high frequency, right? So for low frequency, here the capacitor reactance is infinite, so it is act as the open circuit. At high frequency, the capacitive reactance's value is very low, right? It is 0, so we are consider the circuit is the open circuit, right? Just redraw the circuit for these two cases. Okay, the two cases. First one is at low frequency, right? So low frequency, the capacitor is what? It is the open circuit, right? So open circuit is, so here it is open circuit, right? So you draw the equivalent circuit. Again we draw that circuit. Okay, so this is open circuit. So here you are given input voltage, so you should find the output voltage for that particular input, right? So anyway, here this is open circuit, so this is also, this is also open circuit, right? So anyway, here the current does not flow through this circuit, right? So we are given input, we are giving input, right? So but V0 is, the current does not flow through this circuit, so the output voltage should be 0. So here there is no transmission from input to output, right? But we are giving a V in, but there is no transmission, right? So the capacitor is, because of the C is the capacitor is open circuit, right? Then Ks2, the Ks2 here the frequency is high frequency, right? So the frequency high frequency here is the reactance of the capacitance is very low, that is 0, so it acts as the short circuit, right? So short circuit means here also it is both are short circuit, right? So here there is no current flows through this circuit, right? So we are given V in, right? So what is the V naught, right? But for low frequency, so for low frequency, V naught should be 0, right? That is, this is open, right? So here also there is no transmission from input to output. For high frequency, we are apply the V in, V naught should be 0, right? Okay, here because it is short circuit, no current flows to this circuit, right? So for high frequency also there is no transmission, it is blocked, right? So anyway, we are analyze the low frequency and high frequency. For both the frequency there is no transmission. Okay, so that is we are applying the input it is not open circuit, it is not a short circuit, right? So we are consider the entire circuit. Okay, so here just we derive the output voltage. We are given input voltage, we are getting some output voltage, right? So here what is the output voltage? What is the output voltage? These are connected in parallel. So this circuit connected with the series, right? Right? So you know that how to write this equation. Anyway, so what is V naught? V naught equal to this resistance and capacitance are parallel. R parallel of 1 by SC, right? Divide by this R parallel of 1 by SC plus R plus this R, right? This R, then this capacitance, right? R plus 1 by SC into the input voltage. Okay. So mid frequency only here we have the transmission, right? From input to output we have the transmission. For low frequency, we are given input, output is 0. For high frequency, we are given input, output is 0. There is no transmission in between the input and output, right? But in mid frequency, we have the transmission from input to output. So the given circuit is the given, that is the given filter is the which filter? That is the band pass filter, right? Okay, band pass filter. So in this way, we identify the given filter, right? So we should substitute the frequency values, right? So minimum and maximum frequency and then mid frequency value. So here the option is the C option. In mid frequency, it is the band pass filter. Okay, band pass filter. Is it clear, Pa? Band pass filter. The next one is the next question is they are asking from 2015 question, gate question. Okay, so here is they are given one circuit op amp with the filter, right? op-amp with the passive circuit anyway. So here in this circuit using ideal op-amp, 3 dB cutoff frequency in Hz is dash. They are given one circuit. They are asking the calculate the cutoff frequency, 3 dB cutoff frequency of this filter circuit, given filter circuit. So how we find the cutoff frequency of the given filter circuit? Okay, given filter circuit. So see, just redraw the circuit. Here we have the capacitor is, this capacitor is connected to ground, right? These two resistors are also connected to ground. Just I separate the ground connection, that is this capacitor is here I grounded, right? So anyway, separate the ground connections, that is from this resistance are again here I grounded, right? So anyway, okay, just redraw the circuit, right? So here input is, see, our input is given to the non-inverting terminal, right? So here depending upon the input, right? So input is given to which terminal, from that you can say that it is the inverting amplifier or non-inverting amplifier, right? So input is given to non-inverting amplifier, so the amplifier is act as the non-inverting amplifier. Okay, so the output is fed back to the inverting terminal. Output is fed back to the inverting terminal through we have the feedback and input resistance, right? So here this is the non-inverting amplifier. So remember that the gain of the non-inverting amplifier, right? Remember that gain of the non-inverting amplifier. So the non-inverting amplifier gain is, so 1 plus RF, everyone know that, right? So anyway, remember that 1 plus RF by R1. It is 1 plus RF by R1. So what is the output voltage of the non-inverting amplifier? P0 equal to 1 plus RF by R1 into the terminal voltage, right? So this is non-inverting, so we are denoted V plus. Okay. Then we are consider this operational amplifier is considered ideal op-amp, right? So ideal op-amp is here the inverting terminal is connected to ground through the resistance R1. Anyway, it is grounded, right? So here the voltage at that inverting terminal should be 0. Okay. So here you know that for a virtual ground concept, whatever the terminal voltage, that is what are the voltage present in the inverting terminal, that voltage should be here, right? So V plus also 0. So V plus also 0 means there is no current flows to this non-inverting terminal, and also there is no current flows to this 10K resistance value, right? So here there is no current flows to the 10K resistance means it is the short circuit. Okay, so only we consider this resistance and capacitance. So this is one RC circuit, right? Okay, one RC circuit. So just redraw the circuit again. So here again I redraw the circuit. So just note down this. Okay. So here it's short circuited. So here the resistance and capacitance is there. Output fed back to here, right? Anyway, it is short circuit. So it is the one single pole RC filter, right? Low pass filter. Okay, RC low pass filter. So you remember that low pass filter cutoff frequency. So the low pass filter cutoff frequency is FH equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. Okay, 1 by 2 pi RC. So what is FH? FH equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. So they are given in the problem resistance value as well as the capacitance value, right? So it is the 1 by 2 pi. What is R? R is 10 kilo ohm. So 10 into 10 power 3. Then capacitance value is 0.1 microfarad. So 0.1 into 10 power 6. So we calculate the resistance value. So all of you calculate the cutoff frequency value, right? We know the resistance capacitance value. Calculate the resistance value. We should get this value. Is it correct? Yes. It is a 159.15 Hz, right? So here the cutoff frequency value is 159.1 something, some value 15, right? 15. So this is the answer for this question. Okay, is it clear, ma? Yes. Okay. So the next question is the circuit. They are given one circuit, right? So here you identify the given filter as. It is the low pass filter or high pass filter or band pass filter or band reject filter. Okay, so like that only they are asking. They are given one circuit, right? They are given cutoff frequency. So from that they are asking the component, right? RC, that is filter component value. Either they are asking calculate the resistance value or capacitance value, or they are given RC value. From that they are asking the cutoff frequency value, right? Okay, so in that similar problem they are asking in gate question, right? Okay, so anyway, so this circuit is, first we identify the given circuit is which filter. Okay, so here the input is given to the non-inverting terminal. See, through the, we have 2 RC. Okay, 2 RC is there. Okay, so this is second order. We should know that this is second order low pass filter. We have 2 pole is there, right? 1 RC, 1 RC, 2 RC is there. Second order low pass filter. So anyway, input is given to non-inverting terminal. So what is the output voltage? So here, you remember that output voltage, everyone know that, right? So it is the non-inverting amplifier. What is the output voltage? Gain into the input voltage. So 1 plus RF divided by R1 into the input voltage B plus. So now we correlate that non-inverting amplifier with the given circuit, right? We correlate that. So anyway, so here this is non-inverting amplifier. This is the output voltage of the non-inverting amplifier. Okay, Papa. Okay. So here it just correlate this circuit with non-inverting amplifier. So non-inverting amplifier means we have feedback resistance, we have input resistance should be there, right? So here just correlate this two circuit, right? So here the feedback resistance is, feedback resistance values are, there is no resistance, right? Here in this given circuit there is no resistance. So here consider it is short circuit, RF is 0. Okay. Then here is the input resistance R1. So R1 is, here the R1 is also not there, right? Okay. So here you know that ideal operational amplifier, the input impedance value is very high. Okay. So the R1 resistance value is infinite. RF feedback resistance, there is no feedback resistance. So RF equal to 0. Okay. So what is the output voltage? It just given circuit is we are correlate with the non-inverting amplifier. Okay. So here RF equal to 0, R1 is infinite. Okay. Right? Okay. So here what is V0? So V0 equal to 0 divided by R1. So we'll get the V plus, right? So this is a V0 is equal to what we'll get? Output voltage equal to the V plus, that is non-inverting voltage. Whatever they given in the input to the non-inverting terminal. So the output voltage is the same as that of the input voltage. That is output voltage is equal to the V in, that is V plus, right? Okay, input voltage given to non-inverting terminal. So it act as the filter, this filter circuit is act as the buffer. Okay, output follows the input. It is act as the buffer. Okay, it is act as the buffer. So now see, it is the buffer circuit. Okay, so first we consider one RC. First this RC circuit, right? The filter RC, this circuit, this RC. Okay, so now analyze the frequency response of this. Frequency response of the filter. Okay, so here RC, we are consider one RC. So just write the resistance, that is impedance value, right? Impedance values of both the resistance and capacitance. I written here Z1, Z2, right? So here this is the input, right? So input voltage with respect to frequency. This is output voltage with respect to frequency. We have derived that voltage gain, right? So voltage gain is output voltage with respect to frequency divided by the input voltage with respect to frequency. That is Z2 divided by Z1 plus Z2, right? So consider the lower frequency F0, right? So low frequency F0, see F0, here the impedance value is, right? Impedance value, how we write the Z2? That is Z2 is nothing but capacitance, right? So capacitive reactance is 1 by 2 pi Fc. So the F is very small means the capacitive reactance is infinity. That is Z2 is infinite. So Z2 is infinite. We substitute here infinite divided by infinite. It is 1, right? So here the transfer function is 1. So the output voltage with respect to frequency is equal to the input voltage with respect to frequency, right? For low frequency output, whatever the input, the output should be the same, right? Okay. So output follows the input for low frequency. Understand, pa? So anyway, then second one here at small frequency, this is 0. So you are considered at small frequency. The frequency has the small value. So it has small value means anyway 1 by small value means the reactance value is very large, right? So it is very large. So Z2 is very large, right? So large value here, one large value, right? This is both are same value. So the same value, anyway we are added one Z1, right? So here our output voltage with respect to frequency should be approximately equal to the input voltage with respect to frequency, not exactly equal to, right? So it is the approximately. Then consider the third case, here the frequency is high frequency, right? So the high frequency means here what is the capacitive reactance? So the capacitive reactance is approximately equal to what? 0, right? That is Z2 is, this is very large value. So 1 by the large value means it is small value, right? Z is small value. So it is small, both are small means clear pa. So both are small means here is it is the 0, right? Okay, it is 0. So here x naught of f, that is it should be approximately equal to 0. So anyway, here the lower frequency, the output follows the input, right? Output follows the input, that is 0. At DC it is the output follows the input. At low frequency also output follows the input, but high frequency it is 0. So output it's 0, right? Output is 0. So the given filter is the low pass filter, right? The given filter is the low pass filter, right? Given filter is the low pass filter. So this is the correct option, right? But it is the second order actually, right? Second order low pass filter. Again we have one RC is there. Anyway, so option is they are given only. They are not specify the order. Anyway, so it is the low pass filter. It is the second order low pass filter. Okay. So in this class, we have discussed that is the what is a first passive filter. That is what is filter, right? So you should know the filter. Just remember that already we are all studied in the fourth semester lazy paper, right? Just remember all those things. That is the introduction about filter, right? Then why we go for active filter? We have passive filter is there, right? So here why we go for active filter? What is the major difference between the passive and active filter, right? What is the advantage of the active filter? Then we discuss some gate question, right, related to this topic. Okay. So the okay, Amma. So any other doubt? So anyway, so we'll see in the next class. Okay, Papa. I hope all of you understand the filter concept. Anyway, thank you, Ma. Thank you so much.